I swear, this video keeps on getting more difficult to make every fucking day. So yesterday I was gonna make this video. It would have been uploaded today. But there was too much noise. I was gonna upload it the day before, but I was too fucked up when I was drinking. And then when I was recording it, it took me 3 minutes and 30 seconds to realize the mic is not turned up. Oh my freaking god, I'm a genius. I'm just like so smart, like no one rivals me, obviously, like who's Stephen Hawking? God, I'm dumb cunt. Anyway, this list is subject to change. No matter what, I can't say this is 100% happening. I just want people to remember it's just a prediction, it's just theories pretty much, so it all may not happen. Alright? So, but these are villains that I think will make sense. And some of them are just throw-ins because it's really difficult to choose the villains because there's a lot of them. Like, a lot. Like, jeez. So, for the Winter Soldier, I think Arnim Zola. Now, this one would be easier to explain and have more meaning to bring this in as a villain. Not only would he be an awesome villain to face, but it would bring in a great opportunity to bring Hydra into the game. And also, Arnim Zola kind of, brainwashed him and did the whole arm thing and created Winter Soldier. So, I think that would just make a lot of sense. For Spider-Man, Wizard. I'm not sure why I think this character. He's a pretty cool character. There's a lot of villains that are difficult to choose from, but versing Wizard could be a very interesting and difficult fight if done right. Now, I'm also going off the fact that they're doing their own character, so, they might want to stay away from the PS4 version, but if they don't want to stay away from it, then it'll obviously be someone like Rhino or, the Green Goblin, just someone with a lot more story to Spider-Man, but if not, I think Wizard be a great choice. Hawkeye. Okay, for Hawkeye, I think Crossfire. These two are pretty big rivals, and his story is pretty close to what AIM is trying to do. Split up heroes and stop them from rising up. It would make a lot of sense for Crossfire to be in the game, in my opinion. And also, isn't Crossfire the reason that Hawkeye went deaf? Like, it would just make a lot of sense seeing how in the game I'm pretty sure he was shown as deaf. Kate Bishop. I ain't gonna lie, this one was difficult to find, but Derek Bishop, or Madame Masque. These two seem to be her biggest enemies. You might think, wait, Derek Bishop? Yep, they are father and daughter. He actually tried to put a hit on her. That's some mean stuff. And why Madame Masque? Well, she's always tried to take her identity, so possibly in the game, she'd keep trying somehow. For Captain Marvel, well, obviously, bring in the Kree. I don't think I need to explain why they are already confirmed to be in the game. I think. I'm pretty sure that they were confirmed anyway. So, I think the Kree would just make a lot of sense. Now for War Machine, another difficult one, but Ares, God of War. That would just be cool. Could also see other gods and him being in it could help bring gods that are also Avengers. It just makes so much sense, I think. Black Panther. He definitely has quite a few villains, but I'll go with Man-Ape, aka M'Baku. Is that how you say M'Baku? He's being called the yin to Panther's yang. It would only make sense he'd be the villain to face. Maybe that's how they introduced Wakanda in the game, Man-Ape trying to take over. It's not the first time, and it sure as hell won't be the last time he's tried to take over Wakanda. Marvel. Sadly, I couldn't find anything. Google kept confusing Marvel and Marvel. So, what's the fucking alien race that they try to fight again? Maybe he would bring in the Skrulls? So that's just like off the top of my head, maybe he'll just like be hunting Skrulls and all of a sudden they're in the game. But yeah, I'm not sure. there was no villains that I could find for him because Google's dumb. Now, She-Hulk. I think she'll bring in Behemoth, also known as Man-Elephant. He would have the size and the strength to put up a fantastic fight against the Avengers. It would just be so much fun and terrifying. Wasp, possibly the Wrecking Crew, but possibly not. I just think bringing this group would be cool to face the Avengers. You know, they're very strong, and it'll be a very interesting fight. It would also be kind of mean to put her up against like 3 fucking villains that could just squash her. But still do it. 100%. Just do it. Ant-Man. I definitely think his villain's going to be Ultron. It only makes sense since he's the actual creator of him. And we know Ultron is in the game, so why not? So, yeah. Scarlet Witch, very difficult to choose. To not choose a villain connected to the X-Men, just in case. But Doctor Doom. He's connected to her worst moments, and he is a constant threat to the Avengers, so it could work. Doctor Strange. This is tough. He has villains like Nightmare. That is possible. But I went with Dormammu. If they want to add his cool dimension, that would be so cool. And facing his mindless army, God, I hope that happens. Mockingbird. Now, since Blade isn't confirmed, I'd like to say Dracula, only because I want to go up against a vampire. And if Blade doesn't bring it, I hope Mockingbird does. Quake. Grant Ward. Obviously, would be a great connection to Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and would be good to have a second Hydra villain. So, yeah, Grant Ward. Vision. I think he'll bring in Anti-Vision. Now, I've never heard of this character before, but from what I found, he's an evil version of Vision. They have the same powers, Same powers, so would make an interesting and difficult battle. And also would be a really tough one for all the Avengers, since I remember I think it was one of the cartoons, they faced Vision, and it was a very interesting fight, especially when they first started to fight him. So, please bring in Anti-Vision. Please. Anyway, guys, that's my list. If you have certain villains that you want to see, and any villain at all, even X-Men, I just tried to stay away from X-Men just because of, just in case. Tell me any of them down below. I'd be very interested to read who you might think will be in the game. I will also try and reply back to every single person. I don't really care. Subscribe and share, because why not? Leave a like, and I'll see you next time. Peace.